Hello, my Fancy Geeks. You're joining us for an unboxing today. So it's not a new unboxing, it's something else that we've been given by a friend. I might get some of these myself actually, because we're planning on doing some kill team missions. So I might get some of these crates, even possibly 2 boxes of these.
Yeah.
If they look cool. I mean, I've not seen them yet, so I've never actually seen these built. I've only seen the pictures. The pictures look cool. So today I'll be able to see them built, and you will as well if you haven't already seen them. So first off is the box with all the different colours on. And we have the images on the back as normal. There's a painting guide there. You can see that there. So all things as usual. The rules are included, it says on the back. So let's open the box. There we go.
Pardon?
That was the box.
You say that.
There we go. So that is the sprue.
Oh, cool.
It looks like we have an identical sprue.
Looks like you've got 3 identical
And another
sprues
identical sprue.
there.
So we've got 3 exactly the same sprues, which kind of makes sense because there's 3 containers. Here we have the instructions for building. There we go. And the rules should also be on here as well. In very small edition. So for one that I can read. There we go. Afterwards. There we go. So we'll start with putting this together. Okay, so stage 1 is one of the crates, and that's parts 2, 2 and 1. So both sides are called 2. 1 is the bottom part, it's also the top part. So there's no top and bottom to this, they are just almost a universal crate. There are 3 of these, 1 on each sprue. So we will put these together. It should be pretty simple. If there's any problems we'll be back. But let's have a look at the parts first. That is part 2. So up and down, that'll be up. He's got these gothic type arches on. The inside has also got full detail in there. So it'd be pretty good to leave both ends open maybe and run through the middle. That might be pretty cool.
It's another part.
Good tunnels as well. There we go, there's the same, again, just do the other side, but it's the same part I think. So you've got the same interior panelling and everything. One will be one way, one will be the other way. Like that. Part 1, which is this bit here. Again, that's the same. 2 part 1s are identical. And they also have interior detail like flooring. So it doesn't matter which one goes up which way. So we'll get that part off. We shall stick the crate together and we'll see what they look like. Yeah, so we have the 3 crates. There we go. They're fairly easily. There's a lot of cleaning up to do along the edges though, where all the connections to the sprue are. So the next stage, stage 3, is to add the doors on. And we've also got, which doors are part 3, and we've got these little pieces there which are part 4. See that there? I think that's these. The doors are these. There we go. So they need adding on. They can optionally be left open or closed. There we go, let's see on the picture. Doesn't look like there's actual hinge on there, so you have to glue them open or glue them closed by the looks of it. Maybe they'll sit in unglued. It doesn't say that on the instructions. So once we've done that, we've also got these little eagles. These little eagles which are part 5. They go onto the corner sections there. That's what one looks like. It's like things you get on buildings, you know, the gothic. They go on the corners. A
gargoyle kind of thing, you mean?
Yeah, it's like a gothic gargoyle. So we're going to put them on next. So we will add the doors and the part 4s and part 5s on. And we'll be back when we've done that. Cool. So there we go. So you've got the little eagles on there, you've got the door panel. I've not glued the door in. It does kind of stay in if you don't glue it. So these aren't mine, I don't know whether they want to be open or shut. You see, they fall out quite easily. They will sort of sit there, but you're probably better gluing them open or gluing them shut depending on how you want them to look. So there we go. See, it doesn't really sit in that well, but it will stay in just about if you just put them on the battlefield and then you just want to open them, but it's a bit faffy. You could also stick a hinge on, like the ones we've used for the Sarissa buildings that we've got, but they're very, very small hinges on here. You need a tiny drill to drill into them if you want to actually make your own hinges. You can see how thin that actually is. There we go. So next up is the guns. These are optional. You don't have to put the guns on the crates. But there's a hole in the top for the stone bolter to go on. These are parts 7, 6 and 8. You can see on there. You don't need to glue these on either. It looks like the slot is large enough to just sit in there. So you can leave them so they'll come off or go on, basically. Which is what we'll do. We're not going to glue them in place. We're just going to glue the 3 parts together. So we've got the middle part. We've got the 2 side parts. That's it really. That bit, and then the middle bit in between. So we'll put all those together and then we're back in a second. So there we go. Those are the stone bolters attached to the crates. Easy to put together, and as I said before, they'll go on and come off. They're not glued on there, so you can leave them on, put them on at will. Next up we have the barrels, which is 2 parts, which is part 9 and part 10. They're glued together, both sides. We've got a 9 and a 10 one.
Yep.
There we go. Pretty straightforward, like any other barrel we've seen previously. So we'll glue all them together. And the last bit is simply cutting off the crates off the screws. They don't need any work doing on them at all. They come off in one section. So we'll stick the barrels together and we'll be back with the whole set finished. And there we have it. That is the armoured container set. All the parts there. If you look at the rules for it, if you haven't already seen the rules, they're in Wire off ages ago. If you haven't seen them at all, the rules basically are 40 points for one of the containers, 4 of the supply crates, which are these things, or these things, and 3 of the Promethean barrels. So that would be 40 points. So if you had them all this lot, you can take them at 40 points per set, so that's 120 points worth of stuff there. The rules are in the book there. I said they did appear in White Dwarf. Hopefully you're picking that up on the camera. Please feel free to pause as usual. So, what do you think?
I think they're really cool actually. As scenery for a board.
As scenery,
they're quite characterful.
To be honest, as scenery they look really cool. I could see me actually using them in a game, as an upgrade.
Yeah.
You know, for like Imperial Guard army or any Imperial army. I think the Imperial ones are going to get the best out of it.
Yeah.
But any army could use them. I think just as scenery look really amazing. That's really what I want them for. I'm probably going to get a couple of sets of these, to be honest. Scatter them about the board for Kill Team. And I'll probably leave the doors open on them so the models, because a single model can then walk through.
Yeah.
You can hide inside it and stuff and be completely obscured from the enemy. The barrels would look good on vehicles as well, just like the other barrels that have been done. They'd look just as good on vehicles as previous barrels have. As would the ammunition crates. You could easily stick them on a lot of vehicles, the small ones especially, to upgrade them. There you go. And as you can see there, they do stack on top of each other. There's little bits underneath on the feet which will fit over the eagles on the end, so it'll hold it in place. So you can stack them high as well. You could have like an entire yard filled with crates, you know, if you wanted to.
That'd be really good actually, because you could fill them with Gene Stealers or the new Gene Stealer cults.
You see, that would be really cool if you were a Gene Stealer cult and you had an option on to take these and have an option to have a Gene Stealer as part of the role. Like Gene Stealer reinforcements.
You can, they're really story driven as well. You can make a whole story around them. You don't need to use the rules. You can make rules up for yourself and make a story or a scenario around them.
Definitely. And they're easy to put together. There was no problems really with these. I said just some filing and some taking off of bits along the edges. You can probably still see a bit on there. That was it really. Goes together really quickly.
Cool.
Really impressed by these actually. So we're probably going to get a couple of these box sets.
Yes.
Cool. So please like and subscribe, it helps out loads. Thanks for watching the video and please join us again next time.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.